pretty good harvest of pulled beans and contender beans. Now, how am I going to preserve those? Stay tuned to learn more about how to make leather britches. If you've ever stopped to think about what our ancestors did before there were home freeze dryers or home dehydrators, and certainly canning's been around for many years, but jars might have been a luxury, lids and rings, or other methods of sealing the jar may not have been available, and not everyone had a pressure canner to do it safely. Many of our ancestors made what are called leather breeches. So the reason that they're called leather breeches, I'll be showing you in a moment, is we are going to string the green beans on a string and hang them to dry, and they kind of look like a pair of pants hanging on the clothesline. So the first thing you're going to want to do is wash all your beans really well. And I see I missed one that has a lot of bug bites on it. You want to, I wash mine first. I know not everyone does. You want to go ahead and string them and get them in the lengths that you want. Now, I've made mine fairly large. I have taken some, this is actually crochet thread. You could use quilting thread. That's what I remember my grandma doing. And some people will do it on the end of the bean. Some people will do it in the middle. I'm using a heavy needle, like upholstery needle. I like to go right through the middle and just put it on the string. And you don't want to do these super duper tight together. And I did put a knot at the end so they wouldn't all slide off, because you want some air to get around. This is a great activity for littles. Usually an embroidery needle. If you all can see, it's not sharp on the end, so they're not going to hurt themselves if they poke themselves. So yeah, very simple. Then you want to hang them in a cool, dry place. So as you see, this is kind of what it looks like. Well, and I have a little hair on here, or fuzz of some sort. There we go. So once these have been hung, they have dried, I will be doing another video on how you cook them, but because they will be hanging up, they will get dusty, and we will rewash them before hydrating them and cooking them. So I'm going to get stringing here, and I'll bring you back when I have a nice long string of, I have a combination of contender beans or bush beans and pole beans. Stay tuned. So now you find me in my long-term pantry, and you will see over here, I have one nice long string of leather breeches hung up. I got a extra string in here. And there are little buttons here that you slide the shelves onto, so it's perfect for hanging things. I also have my garlic in several different places over here. So let's hang up our last string. So this is kind of what it looks like. You do not have to leave your beans as long as I did. I did simply because that's the way I like them. So let's find a place they can get lots of air. Let's go back here. And y'all, if you hear a pecking at the door, it's Hanky Panky Frankie wanting in. He does not like it when you shut the door. I will just say I have not been to the restroom by myself for 10 years now. So what do you do now? Well, it's super simple. You want to keep them in a cool, dark place. The lights stay off in here. The drapes stay closed, because this is my long-term food storage. And it takes about 2 months for them to actually dry. How you will know when they're dry is when you shake them, they'll rattle like a baby rattle. So it kind of depends on the size of your bean, the thickness of your bean, and the type of bean, just how long it will take. Once they're dry, if you're not ready to cook them, you can vacuum seal them into jars. Um, you can just store them in a paper sack in a cool, dry place. So there are a lot of options for you in storage, so you don't have to have a lot of fancy equipment. I love having different ways of preserving food. So I kind of have plan A, B, and C. I'm really looking forward to this whole month of August being a save it up, if you will. Every bit counts type of month. So even though it's not August 1st, my beans would not wait, so I needed to do it. So I will have another video for you when they are ready and I'm ready to cook them. In the meantime, drop me a comment below. Have you ever heard of leather britches? Or is this something you'd be willing to try? You can even go to a farmer's market, a grocery store, whatever suits you to purchase your beans if you're not growing beans this year, but it is a great way to preserve. And I will also say this, they have a very deep and different flavor than fresh green beans. They are really amazing. And I did do a little peek on Wikipedia, and it does seem like this is something that originated in Appalachia. So how about that? Who knew? I will see you all again probably on Saturday, unless I have a chance to do another short video. I appreciate your time today. Don't forget to smash that like button. And until I see you again, be healthy, be well, be blessed. Take care.